Each of these states under the Constitution is given the responsibility by the legislature to set their rules and regulations as it's going to relate to their elections. These states did not follow that. So that affects our state that actually followed the Constitution.
6 more states joining Texas in suing key battleground states challenging the 2020 election results.
Arkansas Attorney General Leslie Rutledge met with the president yesterday after talking to us on yesterday's show. She joins us again. Good morning.
Good morning.
So you met with President Trump yesterday along with other attorneys general. You guys had a lunch. So what happened at that lunch other than the food? What did the president say?
Well, we had an incredible conversation with President Trump, not only about this lawsuit, but other issues that impact Americans, whether it's the PBM case that Arkansas won yesterday, 8-0 unanimous decision, or human trafficking. All of these issues matter to Americans. And so it was an incredible conversation with President Trump talking about matters of the day, as well as which states were involved in this particular election with Texas to ensure election integrity in America.
Yeah, let's get to that, AG Rutledge. To be clear, you did not just do an amicus or an amicus brief, which is basically a friend of the court brief, which basically means here's some legal knowledge and here's some cases and here's some arguments in support, but I'm not a party. You, Arkansas, are one of a few states joining in as an actual party. Why?
Well, that's right. Yesterday, we joined in. We moved to intervene to become a party in the case because Arkansans, our votes will be diluted by these states if they did not follow the Constitution, if those votes were illegally cast because, again, they changed the voting method in the middle of the game. You can't change the rules in the middle of the game.
Well, yesterday, the 4 states, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, responded. And the criticism is that even though President Trump doesn't like that the rules were changed at the 11th hour, people still voted. So if you remove those votes, you remove the will of the people. What's your response to that?
Well, we want to make sure, again, that those were legally cast votes, and that question is to be answered by the Supreme Court of the United States. We have, again, half a dozen states now suing these 4 states. This is almost unprecedented in our country, and this question will come up again. What we can have, again, are states, whether it's Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, changing the rules, allowing votes to be cast, and then those votes diluting the votes of other states like Arkansas. And that's why Arkansas is all in this fight, is because I want to protect the votes of the people of the state of Arkansas.
Finally, AG Rutledge, all eyes have been on the clock when it comes to cases contesting the election throughout the course of the last couple of weeks. But specifically with regard to this case, a number of legal experts have said there is, quote, a fatal flaw because of an unreasonable delay. Don't want to get into the legal word latches because nobody knows what that is. But that is an argument that seems to be very, very front and center. How do you respond to that argument?
Well, the same critics would, if we had filed this suit before the election, would have said, well, it's too early. It's not ripe in legal terms. And now it's too late, according to these experts. Let's let the Supreme Court decide whether or not this case has merit and whether or not we can move forward and protect the votes of the people of our respective states. Again, this case is about election integrity and not diluting the votes of those who played by the right rules.
So if the Supreme Court takes up this case, it's looking like Ted Cruz is going to argue it. Is that right?
Yes, I think Senator Cruz, people forget that he was the Solicitor General of the state of Texas before he became a U.S. Senator and elected official, and he's an incredible legal mind, and so I think he would be someone who would be exemplary of the sort of lawyer that we want arguing the case for the people of Texas and the people of our respective states.
Speaking of law, we did original jurisdiction yesterday. Today we did latches. Next week we'll do the rest of the bar exam materials here, AG Rutledge. But we appreciate you're able to really break down these complicated concepts pretty simply. That's why we have you on. That's why we appreciate your time.
Thank you
Have a
so
great
much.
weekend.
You bet.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.